Well, it's a loss of a real hero to women leaders in this state.
Former Governor Barbara Roberts says we have Norma Paulus to thank for how many women are now in office.
As other women came along and held statewide office, myself included, we really sort of stood on the shoulders of the woman who made that first step.
Paulus's family lost everything in the Depression. She couldn't afford college, so she started working for the Harney County District Attorney. After battling polio, she moved to Salem and became the first woman at Willamette Law School. Paulus was first elected to the state legislature in 1970 and would serve for 6 years. That's when she ran for Secretary of State and became the first woman to hold an Oregon constitutional statewide office.
To come out of the background she did, it showed, first of all, how smart she was and how quickly she educated herself.
In 1986, Paulus was the Republican candidate for governor, losing in an extremely close race to Democrat Neil Goldschmidt. Paulus would go on to serve as superintendent of public instruction and lead the Oregon Historical Society. We caught up with Paulus a few years ago. When we asked what she's most proud of, she quickly deferred credit for her contributions.
As poor as we were, and as well off as I turned out to be, the major reason was I was always surrounded by really good people.
Paulus was 85 years old. Her death comes just 2 days after Secretary of State Dennis Richardson died. Richardson was the first Republican to hold that position since Paulus.
I'm saddened today, and it's sort of shocking, I think, for Oregon to have had our current Secretary of State die this week, and 2 days later to have Norma Paulus, a former Secretary of State, die. It just doesn't usually happen that way. We get a little time to breathe in between these losses, and this has been a very hard week.
Roberts also told me a story about a time when she and Paulus both testified before a committee at the Capitol. They were on opposite sides of the issue and both fought hard for their viewpoint, but when they were done testifying, they went and had coffee together. So even though they always didn't see eye to eye politically, they really were friends.
Well, it's wonderful to hear Governor Roberts' perspective. And now we have 3 of the 5 statewide offices are held by women.
Yeah, she pointed that out, and it's all because of Paulus.
Yeah. Right. Thank you, Lindsay.